This is where we cut open Nollywood, the complex magic making machine, and bring into your homes the various aspects of the vibrant movie industry. I am Koyi Shutadi, and this is Nollywood Uncut. Glad you can join us. UK-based Nollywood film director Maka Dibeshi spoke to us from a movie theater in London. He spoke about himself and his latest project.
The stain of her lipstick is on the surface shirt.
Well, I've always considered myself a very passionate and creative person, and I guess my passion led me into creating films. I grew up watching Nollywood, Hollywood, and Bollywood films, and I've always loved watching them. It's had a tremendous impact on who I am today, and what I am and what I represent. Growing up watching those films, especially on a typical Friday when my dad walks in and he walks in with a bag of VHS cassettes for Nollywood films that we need to watch. It was always exciting memories that he has on me.
I grew up knowing what it means to be rich or poor. Trust me, you don't ever want to be poor.
When it comes to money or business, you do talk figures.
So sorry,
Now I am living the so-called Nigerian dream, hustling my way to the top, knowing one day I would not need to hustle to earn a living. See, I grew up living
Hustle is it's a typical Nigerian story. It speaks about your typical Nigerian ethics, where you need to be smart to survive, and only the smart would survive very well and favorably in a country like Nigeria, where you need to be smart to be ahead of your competition or even people around your immediate circle. So that's one of the things that really led me into that story. The biggest challenges that we have in Nollywood are typical distribution channels, being able to get your films into online platforms, to be able to buy your production at a good quality, at a good price, because all these things. Let me take that question again. Well, filmmaking in Nigeria, I guess one of the toughest challenges that we have is film distribution. There are only a handful of online platforms that would actually buy your production for value for money, and they're not that many. So you've got people who are not willing to buy your film for the price you're willing to sell, or that's really not good enough for the demographics of Nigeria. Sometimes you have to travel 2 hours just to get to the nearest cinema where you live in Nigeria, and that's not really good enough. So that's something that we need to look at and try to resolve by getting more cinemas out there. The government can help in incentivizing those kind of services to be available. Please you how to be smart in an environment where everybody believes they're smarter than you, and you would find that there is a boomerang effect where an individual who hurt somebody has been hurt by somebody that they loved, in their past. So there's a lot to learn from the film.
I don't like her.
You must sleep with him.
And this is how it began.
I said, come the fuck down. I put food on your table. I put food on their own table.
Oh, Benny. Then take free kick, enter your family. Fuck them all. Can't use leg over, begin share the video you don't want me people see. You get it? Your name, your gym franchise, everything.
I am the seat of this operation. So either you make me happy or what?
They disrespected me. And I don't play that game. I invented it.
So this game officially just started.
How am I supposed to get 10 million from?
My Simon, hey! My head will be headache me.
I apologize for the inconveniences.
What?
And we expect to be able to put smiles on people's faces to watching Hustle.
Because sight and sound are very important to movies, the beauty of the project can be completely bad if the producer doesn't get it right. So ACI's Wale Adeni and Adeni Ramakinde got industry captains together in Lagos for a mind-rubbing session which turned out to be quite an evening. Let's just put it like that. The main sessions were quite hot, but we managed to get a few who were willing to speak on camera about the state of scores in the music of movies. So we can get a peep into what this is all about. We got Joel Goffin to explain how he did the music score for Badamasi Portrait of a General.
This exercise must be precise.
When I was writing the music for Badamasi, it was a pretty hectic schedule. We had 4 weeks to complete the score. We started with the young Badamasi, where we start to understand his surroundings. He had a lot of different struggles that we can see in this film growing up. And there were also a lot of successes. He was a natural, gifted person that was able to do some pretty amazing things even at a young age.
You've been a popular boy since you came into the school, and that hasn't gone unnoticed. By some miracle, you've made head boy of the beat of provincial secondary school.
And then as time goes on and he gets into the military, we follow and the score starts to militarize itself. You've got all these different players. You have different generals. You've got Badamasi.
He's busy, General.
And you have the number of military coups that are taking place at this time period in Nigeria. The loyalty issues, decisions that were made, and who could you trust? No one. As time went on through the score, while we got towards the end, we start to see our characters' minds start to bend. You have the insurrection of the people going up against the government. And so when you look at the response of the people as far as history goes, you ask the question, is he a villain? Or was he just misunderstood? These are events that took place, and Obi was able to bring this into a beautiful storyline. And every one of his films has a different, unique way of telling a story, but the story is always there.
I wouldn't be able to give you a proper answer as to why people get agitated when you tell them their sound is bad. But professionally, it's what you just said that should happen. When you shoot in a movie, you make sure you get your sound right. And
artists, creative do not like criticisms. They don't like it, even though they are always the first to criticize other people's work. So it's like you've given birth to a child, and you don't expect anybody to say my child is not beautiful. So that's the fundamental.
Critical about some aspect of Nollywood, even though I applaud the kind of progress that has happened, notwithstanding all of the surrounding problems.
That's so important that we do not take cognizance of in the movie industry here in Nollywood. We don't. We take it for granted. See, when say most people don't understand when they say music score. The first thing is singing. Maybe the title of the movie is "The Apple of My Eye." Next, say, "Oh, the apple of my eyes," and they're singing, "Oh, the apple." And at every interval, when there are no lines, maybe there's a montage. You bring, "Oh, my apple of my eye." You start. For me, it's nauseating, extremely nauseating and annoying. I think we should go past that level, but good enough to think that some are beginning to learn and understand that you need to score music, you need to design sound, you need to design music for a movie appropriately, how it should be. It's not when there's a soundtrack, everyone just thinks it's all about music. They're different. Then what you call the music, there's what you call the theme, there's what you call the incidentals in a movie. You understand? Incidentals, that's the mood music that tells you a particular story and all that. That's it.
The modern day equipment, it is not only by providing the technology. What is equally needed is the education to help people understand the technology and all of the equipment as time goes on. So all of these things are the things that, to raise the bar, we realized that it is not only just about the equipment. It is not only about the technologies, right? It is also about the know-how.
If an art project is not properly funded, it has to be performed. The fact that people are using everything that they've got to just get the story, they're more bothered about the story. They are not dealing with the technicalities there. Because the audience that is actually consuming this film, you see, I'm not saying art should come down to the level of the audience. But if the audience has no reason, you cannot continue to pretend. Because if you do a proper film and you say, oh, the ticket is 10,000 or 20,000, who's going to watch it?
Industry Parley in Lagos. When we return from a short break, we'll bring you more of Nollywood. Please stay tuned. Jim Ike plays Frank Orji, a successful movie star who embarks on a bloodthirsty revenge journey in Bad Comments, directed by Moses Sneeze Nwang. Bad Comments is inspired by the true stories of excessive bullying by internet trolls. It also stars Chiwetel Egu, Patience Ozokwo, Osasi Godaro, Sharon Oja, Benjamin Lugo Tutu, and music producer Young John.
Social media trolling, bullying, and its sometimes adverse effects on the victim form the theme for Jim Ike's new movie, Bad Comment. The movie made its big screen test recently in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, and afterwards, Jim Ike and the director Moses Nwang addressed the idea behind making the movie.
I found every one of you. You destroyed everything that I stood for. Welcome. Your comments, your vile, hate-filled comments.
I told the story from my prism, from my point of view. Moses told the story. You know, it's really uncanny how this started. We told this story. We were sharing a common experience in an elevator. Okay, we're shooting Merryman 2, I believe, in Hilton, and we're going back to our room. Oh, thank you. It's working now. We're going back to our room, and we started sharing. He was showing me something on social media. Somebody said something really vile about his kids.
Any day you see snake on one side of the road coming towards you, then Frank what you coming on the other end.
Jamaica, who's been trolled many times on social media, has over time grown a thick skin and sometimes joins the savagery and claps back at trolls in equal measure. He played the lead, a celebrity who was driven to the point of seeking retaliation after bad social media comments led him to an ill mental state.
Please watch to the side of snake because Frank Orji is a devil.
Shut up, I'm singing. What do you have to say about my...
The director, Moses Inwang, accidentally revealed that the story is inspired by an incident that happened to a friend and fellow filmmaker, AY.
He's a well-known, very well-known celebrity that had someone put up something of him and some lady, and before my very eyes, I could see this guy is my very good friend. He was losing it. He was going down. I want to give you how we got to conceive this bad comment story. He was going down. He was depressed. You know, there's a place we always hang out and get together and play football. He couldn't play football. He came around and he was just sitting there looking at all of us. And here's what he kept doing. He kept scrolling the comments. So a friend of ours came and said, guy, stop this way. Leave these people. You don't know these people and they don't know you. They just have an opinion of you that is flawed. Leave them, but he didn't. He kept going through the comments and the comments kept affecting him. Yeah, and tried to get him to focus on other aspects of life. So that's the story. The story is a true life story of a celebrity. So in that moment, I was looking at him and a friend whispered and said, man, if AY catch all if this guy catch all these people, if he do, you know, and that thing that guy whispered to my ear just struck me, and that's where the story, that's where I started, you know, that's where I conceived the story.
Bad Comment is set for a box office release later this year.
Then Frank what you coming on the other end.
The private screening of Bad Comments in Lagos. We now run news from the box office, which tells us the highest grossing film from the cinemas. A quick reminder that the popularity of a film doesn't determine the quality of the flick. Good films are determined by so many criteria, which include screenplay, cinematography, sound, production design, and others.
When it comes to moviegoers in Nigeria, you can't tell what movies are a must-watch because this moment it's new and then another it's not. Loads of new movies finally hit the theaters this weekend. Let's tell you the choices that made it on this week's box office top 10.
I need to go.
Who's sharing? Is he mad?
This hospital is under lockdown.
Lockdown all the way from the top 3. This movie begins our top list today. The movie, which follows a coincidental mix of individuals from different walks of life trapped for a period of time, is directed by Moses Inwang.
Elena. No, I know her. She's an innocent girl.
In ninth place is Elena,
Gods do not need
a movie born out of the desire to unravel the mistakes of parents and a lifetime of pain. It's produced by Editha Chiewuzie.
You are supposed to help your citizens.
In the nation, of which we have decided to tag benevolent criminality.
Embittered by the endemic poverty in their country, several unemployed youths decide to take personal risks and make sacrifices for the masses. Directed by the duo of Adebayo Tijani and Terry Ayebo, The New Patriots comes in at number 8. Social commentary movie Silent Murder moved up 3 places to number 7 this week from number 10.
Out of my company.
Why are you just coming to work, man?
Starring A-list actors is On My Honor. It's still buzzing on the top 10 charts. The drama steps in at number 6.
Instead of you to be on your duty post on patrol.
Halfway into the top 10 is new movie Shahida. It's at number 5.
I, Samuel Bakura, representing Kaduna South, hereby swear to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
The Tunde Babalola scripted story by Wale Okediran, who doubles as a producer, follows a patriotic congressman who is bent on using his position in the House to settle the long-standing crisis between the Fulani herdsmen and Hausa farmers by sponsoring a bill in the Green Chamber. Tenant of House is a newcomer at number 4.
You look very nice today.
I want to make sure I spray my sister. I'm never going to have the chance again.
Dropping 1 place from number 2 last week to 3rd place is My Village People, a film about a love triangle with the marine world. It's grossing over 5 million naira. It's directed by Niyi Akimalaya.
I am walking on one.
Then walk fast.
Former number 1 is in 2nd place this week. In this film, Ayinla tells the story of Nigerian musician Ayinla Omowura. It's grossing almost 10 million naira this weekend.
They walk up and down. It bounce.
Stops right now.
Drum rolls, everyone, for our number 1 this week. It's new and it's written and produced by Chini Love Eze. It seems the real bad guys are wearing Agbada. Devil in Agbada is our number 1 this week. This is a film that sees 3 young girls on a mission that seems almost impossible. But impossible means nothing to them. They either die or they try.
And my people, since your wish is my command, I must be your governor.
Thanks for checking out our list today. We're back again next time. Stay safe, everyone.
If you miss anything in the box office chart, is available online, and you can always chat with us at this address. And that's it for this show. We have more for you next time. Until then, I am Koisho today asking you to aim high, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll probably end up with the stars.